Hello everybody and welcome back to Combe Valley Campers. Today Domi's back.
Hello.
And we're going to be discussing headliners and how to fit them. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors, Howden's Modified Van Insurance. That's right, A-Plan are now Howden's. They still do exactly the same in that they will insure your van from the time you buy it until you completely convert it into a camper van and beyond. And if you want an exclusive rate on your next policy, please mention Combe Valley Campers and they will sort you out. So when it comes to headliners on the van, there's lots of different options, right? You can either stick with your standard headliner that comes in your van and recover that. Not always advisable because they're not made of a decent enough material to then carpet and have lights fitted. So what we would recommend is you go with a new one that is made out of a minimum, 3.6mm ply?
Yep.
Yeah. Because that will not only maintain its shape, but maintain its shape with a new lining, be it carpet or Alcantara, all sorts of different options you can have or line your headlining with. What we've gone for today, and on this build in particular, is an Oak Veneered ply. It's really, really nice. It's reminiscent of like a yacht, isn't it? It's like a step up, isn't it? And it matches the floor, which is the big thing for you.
It's lovely. It's really, really lovely.
It's really lovely. We're going to get back into that. We're going to go and have a look at that in a minute. But as a full disclaimer, and we discussed this in the last video, it's actually June 2025. We finished the van in August 2024. And what we've done for you guys is actually tear everything back out again. Our van was fully working on Monday with an interior. But what we've done is fully ripped it out because time meant last year that we couldn't finish the build. So what we've done, we've torn everything out. And what that means is we can show you exactly what we've done and what we've thought about the headlining and all the different systems on the van after using it for a year, basically, isn't it? So yes, we've gone for the Oak Veneered ply headliner. But before we make a start, I need to tell you that before you even fit it, you need to think about where your lights are going. And you can see by these little tails above me, we have chosen to fit 6 LED downlighters. Now it's the bright white light rather than the warm light, if I remember right. And you need to think about those things before you even fit a headliner. No matter what headliner you have, what material it's made out of, before you even get to that stage of fitting it, you need to think about your electrics. We went through all the electrics in the last video. So before we fit the interior, before you fit the headliner, you need to start wiring. It's almost your first fix. If you've built houses or if you've been around construction like that, you have to do your first fix first. And that is the lights and everything else. So we have already chosen where our lights are going, and then we'll talk about how you can then fit them into your van when we talk about the headliner itself. So I think let's get out of here. It's a little bit stuffy and warm today, isn't it? We always decide to film this in the heat.
It's like back to square one when we started filming and stripping the van. It was so hot, and the sound deadening stuff, carpeting, gosh. Yeah. It's the same. It's like bloody hell, 1 year later.
Yeah, it is, a year ago. So, right, with that being said, let's go back outside, let's go and get the headliner out and discuss what it's all about. If you've bought a van to convert, it is likely to have a headliner that is like this. It's made out of pressed board, and it does the job, but 9 times out of 10, if you've bought a used van, it's damaged or scuffed, or it's just not suitable for the job. Now, we can offer a CNC cut 3.6mm ply board that basically copies this. You can choose to have it with the interior light cutouts in or without, or you can even choose to have it without any of the trim fixing holes. But 9 times out of 10, for a customer's car, we would line this in whatever carpet or lining they choose, and then use our fastenings, our colour-coded fastenings, to attach this up to the roof. It's as simple as that, really. It's kind of a like for like. You line it in whatever covering you want and then pop it back on the roof. We decided to go for something a bit different. We wanted to show off what we can do, so we've gone for this one. Tell us all about it, Domi.
So this is Oak Veneered Headliner, which we got from Anthony from Co-op Campers.
Yep.
We absolutely love it. Love the feel of it, love the look of it. We are not going to have a pop top in the van because
chosen not to have the pop top.
Yep, this van is a completely different build. We don't need a pop top, and I think this just what word I'm looking for.
It brightens it up inside, doesn't it?
Brightens up and complements the floor. Yeah, it gives that rustic feel, which I really like.
And that's why we had it, because she said so, basically, isn't it? And as you've noticed on here, it's already got drill holes in it, it's already got screw holes in it, and it's already got the holes in place for the downlighters that we've got. I'd love to tell you that this hole is the same for all lights, but once you've got your downlighters or your strip lights or whatever you choose to use, do that preparation work before you think about even putting it up. You might need to put this up once or twice just to see if it fits right or if you want to make any modifications. But in this case, we have cut the holes for our 6 downlighters, and we've taken into account that there was interior one side, 1, 2, 3, 4 hole, 1, 2, 3, 4 hole. So these are actually in the center of the van. You might choose to have your lights a bit further out, a bit further inboard, whichever it may be. Now, when you receive a headboard like this, a headliner like this, sorry, it actually comes in 2 parts. What we have done is actually make it into one. So if I flip this over, we have used an expanding glue from Terry, our cabinet maker. He has made these strips in between, and we have now bonded it into one piece. So you can't see the join, and if there's any discrepancy between the screw holes or anything else, you're not going to notice it because it is bonded as one piece. We'd love these to be in one piece, they just don't make the veneer material wide enough to cover a whole headliner for the likes of a VW T5.
Plus it's difficult to transport, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's difficult to transport. So if you order one of these, it will turn up in 2 pieces. You can choose to do this, but in the last 10, we've only done this yesterday, bonding it together. In the last 10 months, we've had it in our van with no problems as 2 pieces. So if you go to fit this, do a dry fit first, see where you want your fastenings, see where you want the lights, and mark it accordingly. Then drill your holes and obviously fit your wiring before. What I'm going to do now is take you back inside the van and show you how we're going to fasten and fix it up there. Before we went ahead and fit this roof before, we have fitted these headliner strips. They don't come in a kit, but you can make them. These strips in particular are 70 millimeters wide and
120?
Yes.
120.
1,215 millimeters long, or 121.5 centimeters, whichever way you want to say it. And what we have then done is screwed these 3.6 mil strips into the metalwork. And that's because we wanted to have a little bit of freedom when we're putting the roof up. You can, of course, screw them directly into these metal strips, but that would certainly be marking them on the roof before. So as you go and put the roof up, please take note of where your roof bars are, mark that onto the headliner, and what you will notice is that we've made the screw holes for the whole headlining nice and evenly between each strip. We wanted this to be a really nice effect. There's no way we could have put the popper fasteners in it like you would have seen on that other headliner. So we've decided to use black pan head screws, which will then fasten up into that strip, which gives us a bit of freedom. So we've cut the strips accordingly. This back one's a little bit shorter. This is just over a metre. That's 1,010 mil. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 strips, all of the right length, and that gives us the freedom to put a screw hole in between each of the routed lines on the headliner. I'm making it sound more complicated than it is really, but please ensure that you mark these ribs where you're going to be screwing into on the headliner, And if you want to make it more aesthetically pleasing, make sure they're evened out in between each of the strips, and we'll show you that right now. So we've dry fitted the headliner. We know where our strips are going to be. They're the metal strips across the roof, and we've put the infills in and bonded them in to make it one piece. So if we now flip it over, that's it. Now you can see that we have each of those strips annotated on the front and a series of holes at the back of the headliner here. And what we've done is ensure that they are in the center of these strips. So we've got one every other, and then the holes in the center of those strips as well. Also, we've done a line at the front as well. Fortunately, that's going to be covered by the headliner strip, which I'll talk about right at the end. But there you go, they're all nicely in the center of the lines, and that's the prep work you need to do. Dry fit it, mark out where your lights are going to be, mark out where your strips are going to be, and then we can go ahead and fit it directly in the van.
What did you use to cut out those holes?
So that was a hole saw. Bear with us 1 minute, I'll get a ruler and I'll tell you the width of those holes. Now again, you will cut a hole depending on the light you've got, but in this case they are 60 millimeters. So it's a 60 millimeter hole saw with the drill. And that's about it. Prep is key with any of these bits and pieces. Dry fit, maybe more than once. Use a friend because it's quite heavy. Alternatively, well, not quite heavy, it's just quite awkward, isn't it? Alternatively, you can use a prop, which I will be getting out right now because we're just about to go and fit it. You ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Headliner's in. We're using one of these props. These are really cheap. They're from Screwfix. I think they're like £20 each, but as you're using or building your van, you might find the need for them. If not, if you only need it just this once to put your headliner in, I'm sure you can borrow them off a pal or something like that, but really handy when it comes to camper van building. So roof's propped up into position. I've got my holes lined up. I'm using just a very thin pick tool here, so I can start by lining up my holes at the front here. So as long as I've got 1 or 2 lined up at the front, 1 or 2 lined up at the back, the rest will go in nice and easily. Now the screws I'm using here are a 3x12 black panhead screw. I ordered these specially because I wanted to see the black in the headliner. It's a Phillips, not a Posi, and with a bit of luck that will go straight in. And that is going to look lovely up against there. I'll just sort one out at the back, maybe in the middle, but I'll sort one out at the back, then I know it's oriented properly. And if you're doing this for the first time, make sure it's lined up, and then you might find you need to pre-drill with like a 2.5mm drill bit, and then put your screws home after that. It. So whilst fitting this for the second time, don't forget we've already torn this van apart, or we've already built this van, now we've torn it apart and put it back again. Where we're choosing to use different screws, I'm actually having to drill through the ribbed metal, which is fine because we know we've got the space. And in that case, I'm using a 2.5mm drill bit and a 3x20 screw. And it's a case of lining up the hole. Drilling a hole and popping the screw in. Obviously, do check the length of your drill bit, do check the length of your screw, so you're not going to go all the way through the van. And there we go. Keep doing that until you've fitted the roof, and then we'll get onto the lights. Next stage then is fitting the lights. Now we've chosen these bright white LEDs. These are available anywhere. We got all of this and all our wiring, in fact, from Rain Automotive. We ordered everything we needed. He gave us the loom, the right lengths, everything else. Certainly go and have a chat with him. All it's a case of now is clipping the light in and popping it into its recess. And it's as simple as that. You may find, depending on the headliner you've got, that you might need to play around with these tabs because they're either meant to grab the material it's sticking into or hook over. That can change depending on the light, depending on the headliner, but in reality, all they do is clip in when I can fish out the wire. Where's my wire gone? I'm gonna have to fish that one out. Clip in your wire and pop in your light. When it came to joining the gap between the Oak Veneered headliner and the factory headliner, we didn't quite know what to do. You can buy wooden strips. They come with the ply kit. We decided to keep the factory strip that runs between both B-pillars, and we've carpeted it, or lined it, in a wheat carpet. And as you probably know, if you've owned Volkswagens, or any other van, that sometimes the headliner clips over time fail. Now, we have sourced and sell these clips here, and they are designed to completely replace the factory headliner clips. In the headliner strips that you've got in your vehicle, what you'll see is a black clip slid along this channel with a tiny little black pin that sticks out, and then up in the roof, you'll notice receiving black clips inside this strip here. Remove those completely. We normally use a conical drill bit, and it just spins them right out, and remove all of the black clips from the headliner. And before you do, mark where those clips are. I didn't in this case, but what you want to do is, much like the clips that you've just slipped out, slide these ones back in. In this case, this van needs 6. So I'm going to slide these in the rough position that I think they might be. Offer the strip up to the roof. Where your clips might be, just slide them along the channel into the holes you want them. And then once you're happy, pop that strip into place and simply bang in those clips. And you have a nice seamless finish. I know it doesn't match entirely, and we may replace that another day with wood, but for now it's a fairly decent transition from the oak headliner into that strip into the cab headliner. And that's it. That is the oak headliner done. Oh, I've missed a couple of screws. Let me get them in and I'll go and get Domi down for her final reaction. I know we've had this in for 10 months. I know you absolutely love it, but yeah, for the camera, what do you think of it? I love it. I said it on Instagram recently. There was a post why we don't have a pop top in our van. It's because of this and the roof rack. But I love it. I just think it's so pretty. And I know people say, oh, you can have a pop top, and it's not the same. It's not the same when you have a full-on headliner. I just absolutely love it. And the grain matches throughout, which I really like. It's obviously made of one piece of veneer. Yeah. The guys at Cool Whip who make this, they've obviously made sure it's a beautiful finish. The attention to detail is beautiful. The screws, I love the darker ones. Yeah. It's just when you lie on the bed and you look up, it's just so pretty. Well, there you go. I think that's enough, isn't it? Yeah. Happy wife, happy life. Happy wife, happy van. Thank you very much for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see the whole series of this van build, if you didn't know, we've built this entire van on a series of videos. I've taught Domi how to do it, from stripping it out to insulating, everything else. It's been a good build so far. It has, yeah. And the next video is fitting the interior and fitting the bed. Yes. At last, we can get it done. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I say, if you like the video, please hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see the rest of the series and all of the videos we've got going on, hit the notification bell as you do. And we have many playlists on this channel, including all of the builds we've done, the events, the campers and coffee, something like 300 plus videos. Yeah. It's all there for you. This is available from our website. Oh, don't forget that. You can buy it as a headliner, just as a headliner, or as a bundle with the floor, matching floor. Mm-hmm. So that's really lovely. They have been selling really well. They are our best sellers.
Yes, and that's it.
That's it? Yeah, super. All right, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.